Well guys, the 15th Doctor has finally left us after, only 18 episodes? And regenerated into, Billy Piper? I wish that I wasn't saying this. I don't want to be saying this, but I think it really is time for Doctor Who to end. It needs a hiatus now. And I am going to tell you why. The most compelling reason I have for you is this. The Doctor, as we knew them, no longer exists. All the way through from William Hartnell in 1963 to Jodie Whittaker in 2021, you can see who the Doctor is as a character. While every regeneration has had its own characteristics, they've all felt like the same person that we've come to know as the Doctor. Except for maybe a few moments with Colin Baker, I will admit, but no shade on him. But now, in 2025, we have a Doctor who not only wishes death on his enemies,
you die in a prison cell,
but actively celebrates their death as well.
But where's Alan? Where did he go?
he's a sperm and an egg. Oh, goodbye, Alan.
This place is nuts.
Yes, Queen!
Isn't he meant to be a pacifist? Instead, in a horribly incoherent finale, we have the Doctor saving the day by shooting Omega with a giant weapon and sending him back to hell? After Omega has about 5 seconds of screen time, mind you. And did I also mention that the Doctor cries every single week? Yes, every single week, every episode, except for somehow this recent finale. I don't know how that didn't happen. Every week he cries. Tears come rolling down his cheeks when he's scared, when he's angry, when he's sad, when he's happy. And again, don't get me wrong, I like the character showing strong emotion occasionally. David Tennant got the balance perfectly, but Ncuta Gatwa's incarnation does it so often to a point where it becomes laughable because of how meaningless it is. It doesn't have any kind of weight or stakes when the character does it every single week. And even if you take out whether you think it's meaningful or not, I don't think it's even in line with the character of the Doctor. He's a Time Lord, he's an alien, he's not meant to be acting like a human. He's meant to be different, he's meant to be strange, he's not meant to be recognizable as a human being with human emotions. That is not him, he's an alien. And I'm sorry, but I gave Ncuta Gatwa a pass right up until this season. But recently, Russel T. Davies came out saying that he wouldn't dare give an actor of Ncuta's stature any notes or tell him not to cry. So Ncuta is not blameless in this at all like I thought he might have been. He's making this choice every week thinking that it's a good one, and Russel T. Davies is so spineless as a showrunner that he won't even give performance notes to the main actor in the show that he's running. So yes, I do blame both of them. Surely I can't be the only one who thinks that this is in no way, shape or form any kind of accurate representation of the character of the Doctor. When Ncuta came on the scene to replace the 14th Doctor, I was hopeful. He seemed to have his own personality and some interesting character development. This was a Doctor that was supposedly healed, he had time to work on himself, and he was going to present a refined version of the character.
I'm fine because you fix yourself. We're Time Lords, we're doing rehab out of order.
But all of that seemed to go completely out the window with Ncuta's constant emotional outburst.
We're Time Lords, we're doing rehab out of order. Goodbye, Alan.
So often this Doctor is angry and he's irrational, and far out, guys, we even had him repeatedly torturing someone at the end of Interstellar Song Contest.
How about we try this 3 trillion times? Hmm? gone too far.
The Doctor that I know would not do that. When Tennant's Doctor broke the rules, it was cold, it was calculated, it was intelligent. There was reasons behind it that you could understand. Whether it was his choice to change history in the waters of Mars, or his reluctant punishments of the family of blood, in my opinion, these were well written, well executed moments of character development, whereas the 15th Doctor has felt completely incoherent as a character. One minute he's calm, the next he's having another emotional outburst, screaming and shouting. To me, he felt the complete opposite of the refined Doctor, in touch with his feelings that he was promised to be when he first came onto the scene. Being in touch with your feelings doesn't mean letting them out all the time. Sometimes to actually be a mature person, you need to learn how to control them and hold them in. And the 15th Doctor doesn't seem to know how to do that. And on top of the terrible writing for the actual character of the Doctor, the episodes themselves are incredibly underwhelming. So often they don't make sense. Characters break the fourth wall for no reason. Mrs. Flood we could talk about, or that terrible musical number in the Beatles episode that was never explained at all. The only time we've ever had some kind of justification for this was that somehow the laws of the universe got tampered with in Wild Blue Yonder when the Doctor was at the edge of the universe. It doesn't make sense. Do you remember when Doctor Who used to actually be a science fiction TV show? Emphasis on science, the stories actually made sense. The episodes these days just ask you to believe so many things that just feel so unrealistic or silly or campy, or there's magic involved, and to be honest with you, I'm sick of it. I can't believe how Russel T Davies' writing and direction can deteriorate so dramatically within 20 years. The only good episode that he's come out with in this new era, in my opinion, has been Wild Blue Yonder. And I don't mind the giggle, but everything else has been one big flaming dumpster fire. It's truly sad because I really think Russel T Davies was capable of making my favorite Doctor Who of all time. I love the Eccleston and Tennant era. But now, the quality has dropped so much. It is so bad right now, guys. I don't understand how it could drop so far when it's made by the same person. There doesn't seem to have been any kind of attempt to make the show actually feel grounded in logic or reality, or have a little bit more of a serious tone. And for me, that's what made the 2005 to 2010 era so good. It really shows the difference in writing when you think about the lasting impact that Christopher Eccleston left in just 13 episodes compared to Ncuta Gatwa in 18. It feels like I don't know or understand the 15th Doctor at all, but the 9th, his character arc and characterization was so perfect. And the most ironic part is Russel T Davies can claim all he likes that the show is so great and so successful now, but the evidence shows otherwise. The evidence clearly shows that they are desperate. Because bringing back David Tennant and Catherine Tate for the 60th anniversary in isolation, maybe you could excuse that as a bit of fan service. But now, the decision to have the 15th Doctor regenerate into Billy Piper? It just reeks of desperation, trying to bait in old fans like myself, fans of the show, when it was actually good. If the show is so good now, if it's meant to be this stupid new era where they've labeled it Season 1 again, why do we need to bring back all these old characters? And why do we need to do it in the most ridiculous of ways? Because the most frustrating part of all of this is that there is not going to be any kind of meaningful payoff or explanation or justification for the return of these actors. Just have a look at the 14th Doctor sticking around for a grand total of 3 episodes and then disappearing again. Or the Rani returning for this finale just just for a name drop and nothing of substance, and then just to get eaten by Omega just after a few minutes. And same with Omega, barely in it at all. There's no satisfying payoff to this supposed big bad villain that all of this was meant to be building up to. And it's sad because when you see Billy's smile and genuine excitement for the role in those few seconds of screen time that she has in this episode, there's a tiny part of me that thinks maybe that she would do a good job. I like Billy Piper. But when I take a step back for a second and think how on the nose it is for the Doctor to regenerate into the face of a companion, and when I also go and think about how Russel T Davies has begun to destroy and completely cannibalize the show that he once saved, I have no faith that they are going to be able to save it in the next era of this show.
Is this it? My death?
Unfortunately, I think they are completely creatively bankrupt, and instead, Doctor Who needs to go on a hiatus. They need to reset some things. They need to bring in a new showrunner, and that's the only thing that is going to be able to fix this mess. I don't know. I don't even know if I can keep watching this anymore. It's too painful. Maybe I'll give it 1 or 2 episodes. But for now, I think I'm just going to go back and check out the only DVDs that matter, the only part of Doctor Who that matters, the Eccleston era and the David Tennant era. I'm sorry, guys, but for me, that was my childhood, and that's what I love. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you agree with my take on the current state of Doctor Who? Please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more movies and TV content videos, and I'll see you in the next one.